All right, welcome to World News, episode 9. And it's Labor Day, isn't it, in America? I'm not sure if it's Labor Day in other countries. I'm pretty sure it's not. I'm pretty sure Labor Day is just an American holiday. So the markets are closed in America. And yeah, but we can check out the rest of the markets around the world, though. So let's see. Let's see the Shanghai, what do you call it? The Shanghai, I guess people call it Shanghai. Let's see, the Shanghai Composite is down 2%, plus 2%. Hang Seng is down over 1%. Let's see, Europe. No, okay, let's stay in Asia real quick. The Nikkei is actually up, okay, 0.38%. Now let's look at Europe. Europe, the FTSE 100 is up 0.52%. The DAX is up 0.70%. The CAC 40 is down over 2%. And that's about it. Well, Asian markets are, I guess the Mexican Boza up 0.04%. And Brazil markets are down almost 2%. Okay, so now let's get into Jabari. Okay, so Jabari says that the parliament on the date for the adoption of the National Guard, the international support law, and basis for assigning Iraq against terrorism, the importance of the completion of the key legislations, including the National Guard, the federal court, and the National Reconciliation Law. Okay, so then he says the House of Representatives will approve the law of the National Guard law tomorrow. So they're saying that the National Guard law will be voted on tomorrow. But then he's not saying that the federal court law or the National Reconciliation Law will be voted tomorrow. He's saying only the National Guard law for some reason. Okay. Now, do we think the National Guard law will be voted on and passed tomorrow? Crickets, crickets, crickets. I don't. I mean, look. If it does, that will be amazing. Okay. Now it will be passed sometime, but is it going to be tomorrow? Man, I don't know. I will personally. I'll be shocked if it's passed tomorrow. Okay. So, let's see. We already know about Worker Bank, okay, and that was great news. That the central bank is going to rehabilitate that, okay. Um, and we know about the BRICS countries already, so I don't have to go through any of that. There was a CBI announcement. Let's see, from yesterday. It says to all licensed bank and licensed money transfer companies, all and licensed exchange companies, all. Then it says in parentheses it has Melli Bank of Iran. Okay, I think it's not the bank that they said they were going to stop doing business with. So I don't know. Uh, let's see. Iraq is preparing to sell bonds in euros to obtain cash financing. Strange. Uh, let's see. Baghdad, the Iraqi government during the period preceding Labor Day holiday in the United States, which coincides with the 7th of this month, which is today, to start marketing to sell bonds worth euro, U.S., and international markets to obtain cash financing. According to the news, let's see, the Bank of Netherlands and J.P. Morgan will be the main sources of the Iraqi bonds expected to sell, and which will be unsecured. Okay, they said also that the material yield which he hopes Iraq collected a let's see, consequence of the sale of the bonds will be 6 billion. Some people are saying 5 billion, but it's 6 billion. I've always saw 6 billion. I don't know why people are saying 5 billion. Okay, so 6 billion to cover the shortfall in the projected budget next year. Okay, so this is for the budget of next year, not this year. I mean, the budget this year is about to hit 60 trillion dinars. I mean, just outrageous. So let's see, comes to release to be the first of almost a decade. All right, was the last international items Iraq has issued in 2016. All right, so we know through Intel and through Frank 26 explaining it very wonderful on Wednesdays on his Wednesday call that I was able to upload some of the portions of that for you guys. You guys actually heard that in 2006 Iraq issued international bonds, and those bonds would mature on 2028. Okay, but in those bonds they put that in 2015, no, 2012 they were supposed to reinstate or revalue the currency. Okay, so basically 2006, 2012. So that's 6 years. So in 6 years, they were supposed to reinstate or revalue the currency, which they were going to do with Shabibi. Okay, so that didn't happen. Maliki shut the CBI down. Of course, he ended up throwing Shabibi and everybody in CBI in jail. Okay, so that didn't happen, and he ended up stealing all the money for the bonds. Okay, so now they're going to try to sell 6 billion bonds. Okay, to the international community after the last ones were stolen by Maliki. Now, a lot of people are saying these bonds will probably not sell, but here's why these bonds will probably sell. Number one, Maliki is no longer in power. Number two, Abadi is in power, and he has put these reforms together. Okay, that give the country hope and to give the international community hope. Okay, and the IMF, the UN, and the U.S. Treasury and the World Bank have agreed on these reforms and are happy with the reforms. Okay, number three, Dr. Shabibi. If Dr. Shabibi comes down, which I believe he's going to be in the U.S. and in the U.K. for these meetings. If he shows his face and says to them that he will return to the CBI to make sure everything is good to go when they launch this market and revalue this currency, then they're nobody's bonds, okay? And then the last one is they probably will promise them this time again that they're going to revalue this currency in the fall. Okay, so so those are probably the key factors that will make these international bonds sell. Other than that, there's no reason why anybody should buy these bonds. Okay, they were duped the first time in 2006, and they nothing has really changed except for the confidence that the reforms and Shabibi and Abadi are giving to the country. Okay, so and that probably will allow them to sell the bonds. Also, that the parliamentary financiers are coming out and saying that they're ready to revalue the currency by dropping the notes, the 3-0 notes, okay, and raising the value. Okay, so we'll watch out for that, and we'll see if these bonds sell. Okay, and we'll see if they even have a rate for these bonds, these international bonds, or if they actually give us a rate before they sell these international bonds. I mean, you can start it at 5 cents. You can start it at 12 cents. Okay, you can just start it. Okay, just start it. That's all we care about is just starting it. So let's say it says the focus of an active international exchange of price transparencies. Okay, and this is Hassan Al Tamimi. Okay, this is not the this is the guy. This is the male, not the female. Maybe yeah. Hassini, right? Hassini Al Tamimi. That's the male. So I think that's a male name. Okay. Communicate with the world carries in all his steps economy feasibility of the country, especially that Iraq moved away from the world during the past decades and got many developments in economic performance and the work that can be diagnosed through the follow-up of the global market, stock market, which has become accessible, possible by size branch in Baghdad, in the global stock market in Baghdad. Um, Let me see here. It's cut off here, so let me go to the next one. Uh, Osama Osama Mahmoud said that the stock market a new achievement real economic feasibility of Iraq through access to world price for various goods that are displayed in the global markets. Okay, I'm really struggling through this translation, guys, so bear with me. Especially their needs necessary for Iraq belong to the ministries of commerce and industries such as grain and strategic requirements, ration cards that can employ the stock market to service activities. Wow, that translation was very bad, but got through it. Okay, so let's read these next two ones real quick. He, Ahmud, said that the global market index for prices signs ministries uh, for many of the costs required by the process of bringing presentations over the disputations and limit the corrupt deals that may take place during the direct contact with parties dealing in different countries. Okay, and the last one he says, he pointed out that the possibility of the International Exchange Office in Baghdad set up specialized courses for their employees to deal with what displays in the world and note change moments. And so can the ministries and institutions to check out the world's activities closely through access to reality. So Hassan Al Tamimi and also Osama Mahmoud are saying that they need to get, basically, they're saying they need to get back to the global market. They have stepped away from the global market, which they have because they took all those loans from the IMF, the World Bank, the U.S. Treasury, United Nations, and Maliki was not going to even pay any of those loans back. He just wanted to continue to take loans, take that money, and also do the CBI auction, steal all the money, and put it in foreign accounts and be a dictator. He had no plans on paying back any of the Western countries or entities that were giving him all that money. No plans at all. So as a result, Iraq moved far away from the global market economy. Now Iraq has to, basically they're saying Iraq's going to go back to the global market economy. Okay, and they're gonna and through that will access their reality. Okay, that means the reality rate of a currency as well. Okay, so we have that. Okay, let's see. Once again, I said that I'll be surprised if they actually pass the National Guard law on Tuesday. Okay, so I'll be shocked. Basically, I still think there's some time left, but hey, if they get it done, they get it done, and that's one thing we can put underneath our belt because that's very important to them. I just don't see it happening on Tuesday, but hey, if they get it done, I'll be happy for them because that's good. And also another thing, somebody's been talking about Iran Rael having a $3.41 cent rate. I don't know where they're getting that from. I uh, I don't know. I don't know where they're getting saying that Iran's going to go to 341. I don't even know where they're getting that number from or anything. So it is what it is. Basically, they're trying to say that Iran is going to be trying to counter the neighboring countries, and they're going to come out with a rate of 341. Look, if they drop the zeros, they're at 34 cents. They're not at 341. Okay, so I don't know. I see, for me personally, I see 34 cents to 80 cents, 70 cents, 50 cents, 60 cents. I see that. Now, could they go past $1? Yeah, they could. Could they go to $3? Yeah, but for somebody to right now come out and say that Iran's going to 341 and it's going to happen at this date. That's ridiculous. Okay, they're not even completely out of sanctions yet. Now they're acting like they are, but officially they're not yet. Okay, and they haven't even turned their currency on. So how the hell does somebody know that Iran's going to 341 and going to that date on a specific date in September? How does anybody know that? So I don't know, man. People are just saying stuff just to say stuff. Everybody has an agenda, and that's it. You know, that's all you can say. Everybody has an agenda. Um, should I go through this thing right here? I guess I'll save the rest of this for later. It's already 15 minutes into it. So I'm stop right there for World News episode 9. There really not much going on, but I think World News 10 will be a lot more. And then maybe I even do a World News 11 tonight. There is a lot of things to talk about today, so I might have to do 3 World News today. All right, so this is World News 9. Talk to you guys later. Salute, subscribe, like, share, and feel free to comment. Just don't, put anything like dumb because then I can't approve it. Put things that you want to talk about. You can talk about anything you want to talk about, but make sure it's nothing spamming or nothing like that's attacking people. Other than that, you're free to comment. All right, guys. Currency 365. I'm out.